Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to this July 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. Welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Breaking live. Welcome to this July 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. You're at Freedom News now, coming to you from the war room, straight from the underground. I'm your host, Justin Sane. You're at Freedom News now. It's all about those numbers. Game over, Matrix. Breaking the Matrix. Game over, Matrix. Freedom News now. And the Team One Army's here for accountability and transparency like never before. We may decide to rise up from the underground and get out on the front lines for a First Amendment audit, cop watch. Get out and record some of those radical activist judges out there refusing to uphold rule of law. JC News, welcome. Dan, welcome. Cop 350, welcome. We'll see what kind of numbers we can put up today. All you patriots in here, all you freedom lovers coming in here, joining these live streams, helping us break the matrix. We can only do it with your help, with your support. It's a team effort. We the people. Talking breaking live. Police officers arrest. Police officer. This July 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. We're starting out with out of Indiana, Madison County Sheriff's Office. Madison County, Indiana. Huge lawsuit alleges Madison County Sheriff Deputy unlawfully ended a man during an incident, during an arrest. Madison County, Indiana. New lawsuit alleges Madison County Sheriff Deputy unlawfully ended an Indianapolis man. The incident indicates 44-year-old Harrison was ended by Madison County Sheriff's Deputy. Police report that Harrison was in a parked car in a Madison County driveway during the incident. Law enforcement indicated that the deputy that ended Harrison because he refused to comply with the deputy's commands. Oh, refusing to comply with the deputy. It's all about officer safety first. Now police can end you for officer safety. It's been that way for quite a long time. The Madison County Prosecutor's Office indicated that the deputy was justified in use of deadly force on Harrison. Document indicates in the incident, Harrison disobeyed the police command. 26 loud verbal commands from law enforcement. Deputies reported they issued 18 commands in 90 seconds. 18 commands in 90 seconds? Yeah, he's getting all these different commands. Put your hands up, put your hands down, put your hands behind your back, put your hands up. You get like 5, 6 different cops all telling you to do something different. And then you don't know what to do. They got you confused. They got all those multiple weapon systems trained on you. You know, all the flashing strobe lights, those red and blue strobe lights, and all their strobes on their vehicles. That's a weapon they use to disorient you, to confuse you. And then when you get confused and disoriented, they end you for officer safety. Okay, welcome. Daniel says, yeah, they shine spotlights to blind you as well. Exactly. They like getting the lights at their back and lighting you all up so you can't see them. They got all their strobes on you to disorient you, confuse you, especially people that have mental issues, which is a lot of America. 50% of America, probably. They love using those strobe lights to cause you to go into different kinds of reactions as a weapon. Another weapon in their toolbox to use against the American people. During the altercation, one deputy reportedly fired 10 at a vehicle. They're just dumping them into a vehicle. They're not even, aren't even picking out a body in there. They're just open up on a vehicle and hope they hit spray and pray. Sounds like these police officers, Madison County Police, Madison County Sheriff in Indiana, they're just spraying and praying, hoping they hit this black guy at any cost. How dare he obey their commands? Sounds like a pretty dangerous police department. I heard they're a dangerous police department. They probably got a lot of those, much of the police force in America, the entire law enforcement apparatus is based off the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, and we see what they're doing to innocent people all around the world. Not good. Well, it's right here. That's who trains them right here on U.S. soil, the U.S. law enforcement, the IDF. That's why most of the police force in America, they're packed full of Steinbergs and Scheinbaums and Wolfowitz and Cohens and Scheinbaums and Finkelsteins, and packed full of dual citizens. Much of law enforcement in America packed full of dual citizen. And now look at New York City. That Zohran Mamdani, the potential next mayor in New York City, He literally just went to his, I've been telling you, illegals, foreigners are taking over all the police force, military, high ranking positions. Mayor of New York City went back to his country of Uganda in Africa. He's a real African. Zoran Mondani leading the race in New York City for mayor. He's a real African. Just went back to Uganda to his nation, his country. Probably flew there with empty suitcases. I'm sure he flew there with a couple empty suitcases. I guess his funding wasn't so good when he went to DC. He wasn't getting all the money he wanted, the funding he needed, the backing and support. So he took a flight to Africa to go get some funding. I'm sure those empty suitcases will come back full when he returns back to America. They won't be full of sticks and berries from Africa. They'll be packed full of cold, hard cash. Meanwhile, all of us, the Native Americans, we struggle to make it by, struggle paycheck to paycheck, paying the bills. And he just takes a flight to Africa, to Uganda, his home nation, before he becomes the next mayor of New York City, Zoran Mondani. That's what you guys wanted in New York City. I think it's great. Let's see Zoran Mondani become the next mayor in New York City. See another illegal foreigner in a high position, right? New York City. Just pin another badge on me. Just pin another Justin was right award. Justin was right again award. Another high-ranking official. Officially a foreigner, probably a H-1B visa. Basically, they're all illegals. Now we also got a Louisiana police officer's arrest, a police chief. Louisiana police chiefs took bribes to help foreign illegals get visas, green cards. H-1Bs. A gang of Louisiana police chiefs, a marshal, and a shop operator conspired together for nearly a decade to sell out the American people by creating fake police reports so hundreds of illegals that they know of could apply and get visas, H-1Bs, and green cards. Not a First Amendment auditor, not a cop watcher, not a citizen journalist, YouTube creator, law enforcement officers, police chiefs, business owners, Indian business owner. I mean, talk about traitors to America. It's not just in Louisiana, these law enforcement officers. It's the judges, many of the judges selling out the American people. Right in Jackson, Michigan, the D12 courthouse, you got some radical activist judges protecting their precious illegals, selling out the American citizen, the Native Americans like myself. When the overwhelming majority of people in Michigan support mass deportations. From 8 months to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy, every illegal has got to go. That's what many people are saying. They all got to go. With every illegal that gets deported, not protected by these radical activist judges, The new police force in America packed full of illegals and foreigners. Time for we the people to rise up, take our culture back, our people back, our community back. With every illegal that gets deported, the price of energy goes down, the price of fuel goes down, the price of housing goes down with every illegal that gets tossed over. And I'm tired of this all. Now they're talking about amnesty for farm workers. And, Trump, he's got to walk a fine line because there's all these rich and powerful that use illegals for cheap labor in America. And they'll be threatening to take all their businesses and move to Mexico, move to some other country for cheap labor like they always do or they always did under NAFTA. Well, now Trump's got them in a bind. If they want to move and they decide they want to pack up for all their illegals so they can get their cheap labor and deepen these corporate pockets, then they're going to get tariffed extra money. They're going to pay one way or another. They want to pack up and move their GM, Ford, Stellantis, move it to China, Mexico. Then they can pay high tariffs. Speaking of which, the tariffs worked out well, didn't they? The so-called experts, how many hundreds of so-called expert economists were wrong once again? I'm beginning to think the new so-called expert in America is nothing but a complete idiot, a complete liar, a complete fool. Anyone who claims to be an expert the economy's doing better, moving well, going well, the interest rates coming down, inflation coming down. Well, interest rates are still the same because they won't lower them. But 6 months in, right now we're 6 months into this new administration, and they're touting 150,000 arrests on the streets. That's not mass deportation. That's not even deportation. They're just saying 150,000 arrests. Oh, we took them off the streets. They took 150,000 illegals off the streets. Supposedly just the most dangerous. That's not what everybody selected for. Those of you that wasted your time and selected in those fully rigged, fully fraudulent selections. I don't participate in those. I knew not much would change, not much would happen. Seems like we're getting some movement, but I don't know. Wheels turn awfully slow. I know one thing. I see one bill, the only bill that passed in all of Congress, whenever Congress and the Senate, whenever they vote on anything, it's always the one side always votes for all 213 for their side, and the other side, the red side, votes 216 for theirs every time on everything. Doesn't matter what it is. They never can work together. They both got to stick to their sides. The only thing they can come together on and everyone can agree on, 416 to 2, was more money for Israel, more money for foreign wars. That's the only thing all these corrupt, dirty politicians could come together on and agree on, was that they got to send more money to their handlers, to their occupying force. D-Man, welcome. Let's OTVO, welcome. That's right. Smash that like button. Sarah says, Christ is king. Welcome. What a great time to be alive. Stay with us. We got more cops. More cops on the way. Cops like you wouldn't believe. Double tap that screen for me. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up there. If you double tap that screen, we'll get those numbers up here, get more people in here, and make it more enjoyable for everyone. Appreciate you. So this time, 2 bodies this officer's on scene. Last time, 1 body. These cops are dangerous. Guys, never trust a cop. They're fully trained liars. They learn it on the first day in the police academy. They are not your friend. Here comes his backup. Got another cop walking up. Hey, Sergeant, can I get any comments? No comments? How many bodies you got? Can't tell me how many bodies you got? Okay, so they got 2 bodies down. They don't want to identify. I already heard. Allegedly, there was 1 down before cops arrived, and then when cops arrived, the second one went down. Still to be determined how the second suspect or subject went down. Most likely as a result of officers. Just another day here in Jackson, Michigan. 2 bodies down. Cops are laughing about it. It's hilarious. You guys think this is funny? You're laughing about it, huh? I don't find anything funny about this officer. The one that refused to identify himself last time to me. Still don't know his name. Still don't know this cop's name. He's laughing. Look at him. He's laughing. This is hilarious to him. Got 2 bodies down. He's laughing. Porter. I finally got his name. Porter. He never gave it to me, but I got it. Look at this kid. Oh, an explorer. We got 2 bodies down. You guys want to let me know how many more bodies we got, or we just got 2 bodies? Officers arrived and the second body went down. I don't know if this cop's responsible. Porter. Unbelievable. Look at, we got 4 cops standing around while the tow truck driver changes his tire. Four cops standing around while 1 man does all the work. Come on, guys, help him out. You got 4 of you standing around. Can't one of you help him out? Come on, guys. I'll help you out. Here, let me over there. I'll help you out. No, they won't let me help him out. Sevenfold, welcome, welcome. Let's OTVO, welcome, welcome. D-Man, Gastrop, Deli, Steven, welcome, welcome. Sarah, welcome, welcome. What a great time to be alive. Out here on this scene, got cops out here. Cops just ended a guy. They're on scene. We're holding them accountable, keeping an eye on things. Multiple people down. Double tap that screen. Hit that like tab.
There they go, guys, going to clean up the mess.
It's safe to say that some gotcha games on the
Can I get any comments?
Nope, not this time. Sorry, buddy.
This time?
Nope.
Can't let me know how many bodies you got?
I'm not. Sorry, man.
Dang, you put some weight on, Piggy. Officer Bacon. Officer Bacon put some weight on. Look how porky he's gotten. I see why he can't change his own tire. Had 4 cops standing around. They can't even change their own tire. Talk about worthless. So this cop here, this is he goes by Officer Porter. He failed to identify last time. I'll show a clip of that video where there was a body down at the park and he was there.
Stay on the ground.
Identify yourself for me, officer. Name and badge number. You want to bark orders? Name and badge number. I know what's going on here.
Crime scene.
I know what's going on here. I'm not in your crime scene. Put tape up. What's your name and badge number? He was the first one on scene there where there was a body. Now he's the first one on scene here where there's 2 bodies. One before he arrived and one after he arrived. They better do a full.
I'd really like to see these police officers focusing their effort on arresting these illegals and getting them out. 8 months to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Every illegal's gotta go. You're out. We're gonna make America great again. Starting to wonder about MAGA anymore. It's not looking so good, some of the things, but then it bounces right back. It's revived again. They tried bringing up the old Epstein files. That didn't go anywhere. A lot of the right wingers were crying about it, and the left. Now they're talking about how Hussein Obama and Cho Zai-Dung, bunch of intel officers, Brennan, Comey, Clapper, Rice, Yates, Orr, McCabe, Strzok, Page. Just goes on and on. All these dirty intel officers spying or conspiring. Treasonous conspiracy, treasons. trending all over X right now, the word treason, pointing the fingers right at the Obama White House and all his cronies. There won't be any arrests. Nobody's getting arrested. Nobody ever gets arrested. Nobody ever gets perp walked except for low level people. You guys think anybody will get perp walked? I doubt it. It won't be happening. We got some of the noipers that come around, oftentimes pop in. A lot of them popping in, supporting the live stream, supporting the chats, asking these police officers, how many illegals have you arrested today, Officer Ham? How many illegals have you arrested this week, this month, this year, Officer Bacon? Christopher says, yeah, they don't uphold the law, then they investigate themselves. Good point.
Investigation of Officer Porter, Blackman Leone Police Department.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now there's going to be I'm predicting already there's going to be a new civil war. They're talking civil war, but in this time, instead of the civil war being over slavery, the Mason-Dixon line over the North and the South fighting over the black slaves, the real Africans. Instead of the real African slaves, this time around 2025, it's all about the Mexican slaves and all the Middle Eastern slaves, the real Africans, other real Africans. There's so many illegals in America right now, 100 million, 200 million. There's going to be a civil war between all the illegals and the Native Americans. You're not sending me on no trail of tears. I'm not going nowhere. I'm digging in. All of us Native Americans, American citizens, we the people versus all the illegals. Take a side. What side are you going to be on? See, we got you get a lot of sellouts to the American way, a lot of sellouts to the American people. It's not just the politicians, the police officers, the military, packed full of illegals, foreigners like Zoran Mondani, soon to be mayor of New York City. Straight from Uganda, the real African. D-Man says it's about 20 million. Zelaya says it's about 500 million. I say not another illegal or legal. We got to put a moratorium on all migration for at least 10 years. Not another single body comes across that border. Unfortunately, We're up here in Michigan, and the northern border is 3 times as long as the southern border. They don't talk about that. Many of the cartels and many of them just set up shop in Canada. Now they all come across the northern border. It's bad here in Michigan. Michigan's getting flooded with illegals from China, Venezuela, the Congo, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Sudan, Yemen. Yeah, Michigan's real bad. It doesn't seem to be clearing up too much. I keep hearing stories about how the roads in LA and Chicago and these big cities seem to be getting emptied out because all the illegals have went into hiding. Many people are saying they're self-deporting. I think they just went into hiding, trying to wait it out until Trump's 4 years are up. Because if J.D. Vance somehow becomes president, he's not gonna do any mass deportations. Look at his family. He's all about bringing in mass migration of Indians. Look at his wife. His wife's an illegal, I think, an Indian. She might not be an illegal anymore, but she's foreign born, I believe. That's not the America I want. I don't want an America that looks like J.D. Vance's family. I'd rather have a president that looks like Gavin Newsom's family. Look at his family. He's a white man, got a beautiful white blonde-haired wife, got all these white kids. Or you can have J.D. Vance with his Indian wife, got his kids. No, that's not gonna work. That's not conservative. That's not MAGA. J.D. Vance isn't MAGA. He's gonna sell out Trump. He's already worming his way in, it looks like. Give it probably right after the midterms, 2026, J.D. Vance will be really starting to put the screws to Trump, trying to push for himself. You watch. He's a snake. I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him. D-Man says 300K already deported. Says who? Says who? Trump? Says who? The government? I know Stephen Miller's saying 150,000 illegals have been taken off the streets. He didn't say anything about 150,000 being deported. He just said taken off the streets. They're housing them all in Michigan and Florida. There's several states that are housing them right now. Michigan just opened up a Baldwin facility in upper northern Michigan. They can house like 1,000 plus illegals. They're going to start housing them right in Michigan. I don't agree with that. I don't want all these thousands of illegals being housed right in Michigan. Then that means all their family members are going to be coming through Michigan to go see them. They need to get these illegals, send them out immediately. No due process for illegals. They came here illegally. They don't get no due process. They get sent right out. Packed up and shipped out. 8 months to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Every illegal's gotta go. You're out. We're going to restore this nation to greatness once again. Any of you mods in here, if you see any illegals in here like that Zalea is some sort of illegal, I'm guessing. Deport that illegal out of the chat. Deport him out of this chat. If you recognize an illegal in the chat, deport him back over the border. You just been deported, Zelaya. If you don't want to assimilate, you can't assimilate with this chat. You can't assimilate with America, then you're getting deported, Zelaya. You and every other troll. You gotta love that. They need to get the deportation numbers up into the millions per year. They need at least, what, 10,000 per day? 5,000, 10,000 per day? And a lot of it's the American citizens. You need to step up. All the American citizens, you need to step up and do your part. Help out ICE. You need to help them out. If you see illegals, you got to report them. You see illegals working in a restaurant near you, working on a farm near you, like Choate's Belly Acres in Jackson, Michigan, packed full of illegals. Choate's Belly Acres in Jackson or Hillsdale, Michigan, I think it is, or Jackson, Michigan. They house illegals, they employ illegals, and I believe he's one of the Republican Party members. He's like a Republican Party, works for the Republican Party, at Choates does, and he's got all these illegals on his farm working. One of them got busted committing a crime, a DUI crash that injured a pregnant woman, not too long ago. I was covering it, reporting on it. This illegal that been deported before came back, committed a crime, working on Choate's Belly Acres farm. I was reporting on it at the Jackson County Courthouse, and I got kicked out of the courthouse. I got trespassed, not the illegal. I got trespassed for reporting on it. They're precious illegal. Well, I'll just keep reporting on these radical activist judges like Allison Bates-Stein and Michael Clarenstein, the corrupt prosecuting attorneys Jerry Zinkowitz. They got all their Steinberg, Scheinbaums, Wolfowitz, Zahorowitz guy, Bernsteins, all their lawyers, cops, judges, bunch of Steinbergs, Wolfowitzes. What happened to Christian rule of law in America? That's part of the reason why Christian rule of law is being completely destroyed in America. When you've got all your judges, most of your judges being Zionist, Muslim judges, non-Christian judges, how can you expect Christian rule of law to be followed in America, not be deteriorated, not be destroyed when you're fully occupied? We need to restore rule of law in America. It starts with getting some Christian judges, Christian police officers. That's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're fully occupied. It's finished. It's over. Dave, welcome. Malt, welcome. Let's OTVO. Later, let's OTVO. Appreciate you. Yeah, there's a lot of foreigners and illegals in the U.S. military, the police force. Look at all the military. How many white Christian men now are in the military now? The military's packed full of illegals, foreigners, Vietnamese. You got all these Mohammeds, these Wins, these Lees, these Zing Lees, Zing Wing. You know, these military, they're packed full of illegals, foreigners with no allegiance to America, no allegiance to our culture, to our flag, our people. Got all these Rodriguez, Gomez, Castros, Ibrahims, Gonzalez, Chavez. And then, of course, you got all the Steinbergs, Scheinbaums, Wolfowitz, Leibowitz, Steinman, Scheinbaum, Schimmelberg, Finkelsteins. You got all them too. I mean, you gotta love what Trump's doing right now. You gotta love what he's doing right now. At least he's trying to get the illegals out. Don't like too much what he's doing with sending more over to Ukraine, more to Israel, but that was 422-6. Everyone in Congress, that's the only thing they could agree on, was send more money to Israel. Everything else, they're completely divided. 216, 213, 216, 213. Not when it comes to sending more money to Israel. 422-6. Send it. I completely disagree. I say not another dime, not another penny for any of these foreign wars. Sewer Dog, welcome. We got a patriot in here. Grab it, welcome. So yeah, do your part. You know, do your part. You see illegals out there, report them. Every illegal you get out of the country, prices of energy goes down, prices of fuel goes down, prices of housing goes down, prices of food goes down. Life becomes more affordable. Automobile prices come down. We got to get every single one out. 8 months to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Every single illegal's got to go. And don't give me this. We need them to pick strawberries. We need them for tomatoes to work our farms. There's millions of blacks in the South that can work those farms that need a job. Get them off the welfare system. Put them back in the fields. There's millions of blacks in the South that got put out of work because of all the illegals. They want a job too. They want to get back out there picking crops in the fields. There's millions of them in the South. We don't need all these illegals to pick our crops. There's millions of blacks in the South that can do it. I'll stand there and oversee it. I'll stand there and watch them over the fields, watch the fields, make sure no one runs off. I'll keep an eye on things.
That's where they sent me to Human Resources. We got permits, inspection. Neighborhood services, city clerk. Engineering, human resources. This is where we want to be. Oh, you gotta see maybe.
Welcome. If you're just joining us here on this YouTube live stream, finding us from the YouTube Shorts feed, we're a police accountability, civil rights education YouTube channel. Delhi, welcome, Delhi. The gorgeous, the beautiful Delhi. Thanks for joining us. Malt Mom, welcome. Patricia, welcome. Stay with us. We got more cops. More cops. If you guys, anybody in the chat, any of you mods in there, if you identify any illegals in the chat or any sympathizers for these illegals, don't hesitate to deport them out of the chat. If they can't assimilate with the rest of the Team One Army here at Freedom News Now, if they fail to assimilate like the illegals in America fail to assimilate, then deport them out of the chat. You'll never see DEI hires here at Freedom News Now. Not one single DEI hire ever here at Freedom News Now. Down with DEI. Down with diversity. Never again. We're going to rise up and take our culture back, take our people back, take our community back, take our country back from those traitors, those tyrants. Yeah, it's civil war. We're in civil war right now. It's the American citizens, the Native Americans, and those standing on the right side of history versus all the illegals and those that want to stand on the wrong side of history. All those supporters of their precious illegals, they support the illegals over the American citizen. A lot of it has to do, there's a lot of money backing those illegals. These big corporations, they rely on all that cheap labor to keep their pockets deep full of money, to sell out the American people, to sell out the American worker. Trump's having to walk a fine line because he needs to keep some illegals supposedly to help out these big business Steinbergs and Steinmans and Leibowitzes and Wolfowitzes. He's got to make sure they got their illegals to keep some of their prices down in their big corporations, but he also wants some of his base. They want mass deportation. Not just, 150,000 taken off the streets. Well, where are they? They're not deported. Okay, so you took 150,000 off the streets, said Stephen Miller. Well, where are they? They're not tossed across the border to some other country 10,000 miles away. You didn't say deported. You just said taken off the streets. We'll get every single illegal out of here, blind, crippled, and 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Every illegal's got to go. And if you want to support the illegals, you can go with them. Especially the females. If you're a female, you go and get pregnant, go sell out the American people, get knocked up by an illegal, then you can forfeit your citizenship. No birthright citizenship. And you forfeit your citizenship. You get deported with your precious illegal. Love has no borders, right? Isn't that what they always say? Love has no borders. So you should have no problem giving birth and raising that baby in the Congo, in Venezuela, in Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, Haiti. Love has no borders. Go give birth and raise it over there because you forfeit your citizenship being a traitor to the American people, getting pregnant by an illegal. You're out. That's the next rule of law. That's the new rule of law added on to the end of birthright citizenship. You gotta love that. And the only ones here staying, us Native Americans. All of us Native Americans, we the people like me, you're good to go. But you got to do your part to make this nation better, this country stronger. You got to do your part. Help deport these illegals. You know, you got to make it uncomfortable for them. Don't make it easy on them. Don't go up and ask them questions. If you see them working somewhere, go start talking to them. I know in Jackson, Michigan, like the Home Depot, Kroger, packed full of illegals. Kroger, Argyle, Jackson, Michigan, packed full of illegals. Home Depot, Wisner, packed full of illegals. Walmart, packed full of illegals in Jackson, Michigan. Where's ICE at? Not there. They love their precious illegals selling out the American citizen. Never again will I take my money there. Gitmo Nation, welcome. All the Noipers, welcome. We might be going on America First show. We might be having to go on America First show. Watch for us on Rumble late at night. It's all about America First here at Freedom News Now. No more foreign interest group first. America first. What's up, Mint State Media? Randy. Got a company full of illegals. That don't surprise me. You know, it really makes you wonder how many illegals are truly in this country. It's got to be over 100 million. It really does. And this administration, they're bragging about 150,000 they've taken off the streets, but they're all being detained on USA soil. Brand new jail immigration detention center just opened in Baldwin, Michigan in June to house 1,000 plus illegals. Now they're going to be housing them in Michigan. I don't like it. I say get them out immediately. I don't want them sitting in Michigan for months and years till they get deported. No due process for illegals. They don't get due process. They get sent out immediately. And the birthright citizenship. If any females want to sleep with an illegal and get pregnant and get knocked up, the female American citizen forfeits her U.S. citizenship. Her and her unborn baby get deported with her illegal, and she gives birth in that foreign country. Love has no borders, right? Isn't that what they always say? They can't help who they fall in love with. Well, then they should have no problem giving birth and raising that baby in the Congo, in Uganda, in Somalia, in Haiti, in Mexico, in Venezuela, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. They forfeit that U.S. citizenship. Appreciate you guys, you moderators. Appreciate the moderators deporting the illegals out of the chat that failed to assimilate with our chat here. That failed to assimilate with Americans, real patriots, the real heroes, First Amendment auditors, cop watchers, YouTube creators, standing on the right side of history, the law-abiding heroes. We're the white hats. Stand up, stand by. We're the white hats standing on the right side of history. Never better time than now to join the First Amendment audit community. Keep deporting those illegals out of the chat. Just send another Somali out of here. Send another skinny. Get those skinnies out of here. If those skinnies can't assimilate with us in our chat, they gotta go back to Somalia, back to Haiti, back to the Congo. So there's more work to do. We got more work to do. We got to get those numbers up there, get them up to 5,000 or more a day, 1 million at least per year. Like to see 10 million plus per year. But it's full on civil war right now. American citizens, us Native Americans like myself, a Native American, we the people. And then you got these illegals, 100 million plus illegals. So it's civil war. Instead of a battle over North and South over the African slaves trade, this time it's a civil war from the illegals. The American citizen versus the illegals. Civil war right now. What side are you going to stand on? Take a side. We're in civil war right now. Take a side. What side are you going to be on? Are you going to assimilate with the red, white, and blue, the stars and stripes, the Native Americans like myself? Or are you going to side with the illegals? The real Africans, the Venezuelans. I love all the positive support. Yeah, overwhelmingly, the people, they want to see it. They want mass deportations. They want them all out. 8 months to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. Every illegal's got to go. You're out. You can come back, but not for at least another 10 years. There's going to be a moratorium for at least 10 years we got to push for. We need more action. You can't expect any of the rats in DC, either the red or the blue, to do anything for you. You got to take action on your own. In your own communities, rise up, make it uncomfortable, make the living conditions not as easy for them. Make them uncomfortable where they're at. Ask them questions. You see them at work at Kroger, stocking shelves at Kroger in Michigan. Go ask them questions in English. They won't be able to speak a word of English. You'll be able to identify them quick. Keep asking them questions. Put the pressure on them. You got to do your part as a Native American citizen. Yeah, don't think you have to serve to be a real hero, to be a real American, to be a real patriot, because the military of today is not what it used to be. Just like the police force of today is not what it used to be. How many of the military and the police force in America are packed full of illegals, packed full of foreigners with no allegiance to America, no allegiance to our culture, our people? No allegiance to us Native Americans. Don't fall for that. Never fall for that. No veteran, no police officer, no military has a higher claim to this country than you as a Native American citizen. Marching around the globe with their Western imperialism, never found another country they haven't wanted to invade. Yeah, don't fall for that. It's not the same military and police force it used to be. What you're led to believe it is. They don't look nothing like you. They're packed full of Mohammeds, Ishmaels, Ibrahims, Abdullahs, Hernandez, Rodriguez, Gonzalez. Packed full of Jose's, Juans, Steinbergs, Steinmans, Schimmelmans, Scheinbergs, Leibowitz. Yeah, the military's not what it used to be. Hate to break it to you. Either is a police force in America. If you want to be a real hero, if you want to stand on the right side of history, become a First Amendment auditor, become a cop watcher, become a YouTube creator, a citizen journalist, holding these corrupt officials accountable, corrupt public officials accountable, protecting and defending your civil rights for current and future generations, now and forever, here at Freedom News Now. Any of you younger men out there that are watching, I know it's mostly older crowd, but the younger men, focus on building your future, your career, your wealth. Don't settle down with any woman yet, or especially any one woman. Don't think you got to get married and give yourself away to one woman. You're better off. Stay single, build your future, build your wealth, invest in crypto. Don't waste it on them women because they're going to take half of it. They're just going to leave you in a few years. Take half of it. If you're a white Christian male, you're going to be on the hook. If she's going to get pregnant, she's going to weaponize the system on you. You're going to be paying child support for the next 18 years if you're a white Christian man. Don't fall for it. It's a scam. Build a strong mind, a strong body, a strong future. Build your wealth first. And then maybe take on a few women. If they're good enough, maybe they'll give you some kids. Maybe they'll birth some children for you. Not just be some internet 304. It's hard to find a good woman anymore. Good luck. All the internet 304s, the TikTok 304s. You know, look at these women now. They've been with 20 bodies plus. They're completely wore out. They're animals by the time they're 16. By the time they're 18, 19, they've been got 100, 200 body count. They got a body count of about 100, 200 bodies by the time they're 18, 19, these American females. Don't waste your time. Not to count how many illegals and black guys on that body count. Oh, no thanks. And another thing, I just got to put this out there real quick. You know, I appreciate all the females out there. We've got a lot of females up in our numbers, getting a lot of clicks, a lot of views from the females. So I appreciate all you female supporters out there. But all the phone calls from all you married women, they got to stop. Not another phone call from all you married women. I can't get another phone call from all you married women except that one married woman. You can still call. And you know who you are. That one married woman, that police officer's wife, you're allowed to still call. But the rest of you married women, stop calling me. American Made, welcome. Matthew, welcome. Larry, welcome. Frank, welcome. Somebody deport Miguel out of here. Miguel, you've just been deported. You can't assimilate in this chat. Sorry, Miguel. If you can't assimilate with our chats here at Freedom News Now, you can't assimilate with America. America first. You got to get deported out of the chat. Oh, I love it. Love all the positive support. Love all the positive comments, guys. Keep up all the positive support. The positive comments. That's right. Game over. Game over for the illegals. All the Americans are standing up, got to do their part. We're also talking about a lawsuit. Madison County Sheriff. Breaking live. Lawsuit alleges Madison County Sheriff deputy unlawfully ended an American citizen, not an illegal. Madison County, Indiana. A new lawsuit alleges Madison County Sheriff deputy unlawfully ended an Indianapolis man, an American citizen, a Native American, not a precious illegal of theirs. The incident indicates 44-year-old Harrison was ended by Madison County Sheriff deputy. Madison police officers opened up on a man sitting in his vehicle, just prayed and sprayed, hoped to hit something. Happened to hit an American citizen multiple times, ending him. See, that's the problem. I've got a problem with that. All these police officers, they focus all their efforts on arresting the American citizen. We need to ask these cops on every cop watch, how many illegals did you arrest today, Officer Bacon? How many illegals did you arrest this week, this month, this year, Officer Ham? They'll say a big fat zero. You know, all your heroes, you back the blue supporters out there that worship the police. You know, why aren't they arresting all the illegals? Why are they focusing all their efforts on arresting the American citizen, selling out the American citizen? There's 150 million illegals they can arrest. They want to arrest the American citizen because that's where they get all their money from. That's how they make all their profits, their prisons for profits, their jails for profits. You got all these radical activist judges out there that sign in warrants to arrest the American citizen, the white Christian male, for failure to pay child support. These judges, they're not signing any warrants to arrest an illegal for failure to pay child support. They're not signing any warrants for blacks to pay child support for their 15 babies with 10 different baby mamas. But they're quick to sign a warrant to arrest you white Christian men. Yeah, the 1975 Child Support Act that was signed into law, that was meant to focus on the white Christian males to prevent you from having kids. To lock you away, to make money off you, to slave you away for the rest of your life while your ex-wife goes and sleeps with some illegal or some black guy. A lot of the men, you know, don't fall for it. When you get married, all you young men, when you get married, you become gay. You lose your manhood. You start sitting at home watching Netflix. You're not battling in the trenches anymore. You're not in the fight anymore. You're not on the front lines in the fight, on the battle anymore with the boys, with the men. You're sitting down with wifey, becoming a wife jack, sitting around watching Netflix. Waiting on your wife like a good little wife jack. Oh, basically, when you become married as a man, you become gay. Don't fall for it. Stay single. You can have multiple kids. Maybe if a woman will give you kids, can give birth to some kids for you. Other than that, don't fall for it. She's just going to take all your money when she leaves you for one of them illegals with a $5,000 EBT card. I salute all you patriots coming in here, Minton State. I salute all you freedom fighters in here joining us. Let's OTVOD, man. Appreciate you. Talking breaking live, police officers arrest police officer on this July 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. It's all about breaking the Matrix. Game over, Matrix. Freedom News Now and the Team One Army. We're here for accountability and transparency like never before. Protecting and defending your civil rights for current and future generations, now and forever. We're talking First Amendment audits, ID refusals, cops, police, police. Make sure you support all your favorite auditors, cop watchers, citizen journalists, YouTube creators. Consider showing your support, becoming a member here at Freedom News Now. Join the Team One Army, become a member. Get access to dozens of videos. Many of the live streams go to members only. You want access. It's a small price to pay for dozens of content, for hours and hours, dozens of hours of video. Had to put it behind a paywall. Talking law enforcement, first responders, live PD, cops, First Amendment audits, best ID refusals, cops, police officers, breaking live, police officers arrest police officer on this July 21st, 2025 YouTube live stream. Learn how to grow your YouTube channel over 1,000 subscribers. Learn the right way here at Freedom News Now. I want to salute all you patriots, salute all you freedom lovers. We're going to wrap this video up here at Freedom News Now, and that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for police accountability, civil rights education YouTube videos, and I'll see you on the next one.